I'm David Still with Guitar Gavel, Wyatt Abrachinsky with a number of entities. So we're introducing Wyatt Wednesdays, and here's what's a hoot. This may not even come out on a Wednesday, or you may get that. You may see this like any other day of the week. Obviously, it'll be recorded. It's recorded. It's on YouTube, but I don't even know if we're going to issue it on Wednesdays. But we thought it had a cool ring to it. How's that? How's that for an intro? We haven't even said what we're going to do, so we don't really know. Wyatt does a number of things. Guitar tech to the stars. I can just start embellishing stuff here. All the, whatever, amps, pedals. Long story short, here we are about a year into a pedal journey, so we're going to be talking about that stuff. We'll talk guitars, we'll talk amps. I don't know where we're going to go. We're going to try to keep these short, and we're really just totally flying by the seat of our pants, off the cuff, and having fun. So it's Wyatt Wednesdays. This is the inaugural Wyatt Wednesday.
Let's hit them with what the people want. The people want to hear about pedals right now. And so what's going on? What's with WA? What's this new abstract audio stuff? Let me clear this up. So WA is cool. It's all cool, but there's a lot of companies out there. We're going to have to censor the names when we say them or pay a royalty. There's a lot of boutique pedal builders that use the WA moniker and not a similar logo fashion, but it ate away at me. I love the logo. My dad came up with it, so it's kind of like sentimental. You see, it's like kind of like that Hallmark stamp of approval. Oh, I hope they don't, come out.
Oh, there you go. You better get your wallet out.
Anyways, yeah, more or less. It's hard to make every pedal uniform when you're making them by hand. And I'm not talking about just drilling or whatever, but I want there to be some consistency for you, the audience, and people out there who want to enjoy my effects. And I wanted to bring kind of the price point down so that it can kind of get on the consumer shelves. And I don't know, I just want people to enjoy my stuff because so many of you have been buying stuff and supporting me and doing demos and going out of their way to make content for me. So, I'm grateful and I want to give that back. So my good buddy, Joe Rasbold, who is he's about a year younger than me. We met recording at a local library, of all things, and music studio. Berkeley alumni, fantastic kid, sweet as pie. But he and I have been working together closely since about October, November, and became really good friends and decided, why don't we try the pedal thing out? So he's been helping me assemble PCBs and kind of conceptualize what maybe my next steps might be. As somebody who has been working with celebrities and professional artists for many years, and probably one of the most elite music schools in the country, I take his opinion and experience very seriously, and so kind of been molding or kind of trying to manifest where this company might go in the future, and came to the agreement that we just kind of want to have fun with things. And with the WA, I felt like I'm very good at a couple of things. I'm very good at boost pedals, whatnot, and just fuzz. and I kind of like to keep it that way. So I decided, hey, let's split up from the crowd here. And so Joe and I decided we're going to start this company, Abstract Audio, and began with Abstract Audio Effects. But Abstract Audio basically encompasses this broad spectrum of audio equipment that I can reissue some of my dad's more notorious equipment, like studio gear, pro audio equipment, amplification. We can do DI boxes. I'm thinking about even including like attenuators and stuff to rival universal audio, and basically make a competitive company that is literally based on fun. I can do a run of 20 tone benders, and then we're going to say, forget about it. Dealer specific things. So specific carriers of my pedals will get different skins, different colors, whatever you want to call them. Colorways, I guess, is the correct term. But I like the idea that somebody's getting an absolutely high quality product, but they're having something individual, and that's kind of like the point of the WA, whereas I can make this with a Gorva enclosure, the very soft bevels, get it powder coated olive drab, and only one person has that. That's pretty cool. But imagine that on a bigger scale. You know, I think companies are too ingrained in the idea that everything has to look the same. But when you have the same thing and then you go to a gig and the next guy's got the same colored pedal and stuff, yeah, that works for consistency. But I don't know. I want people to feel like they have a stake in the company or a stake in my creations. And I think abstract audio is going to be the pathway that, you know, I go down for a long time as far as making weird inventions and I don't know, just being able to change up the game whenever I feel like it. I don't want to get too stuck on something. Is that a good business model? We'll see. Be determined by everybody here. But sustainability wise, I just want to do something boutique, low key, and fun. You know, that's simply put. The WA stuff is probably going to stay around for a long time, but that's going to be my hand wired point to point, ultra boutique. You may have seen like my Rangemaster Deluxe, the Ranger Deluxe, and that's all 90 degrees bus wire. I'm getting in there with little clamps, helping hands. You wouldn't believe the hassle, David. You know, and
20 helping hands.
yeah, it's like what I imagine like a ship in a bottle is like, and there's quite a few buildings.
That's a great way to put it. I bet that's entirely true. And yeah, keep going. I was going to say something stupid. Shut up.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. Basically, I want those pieces to be like the museum pieces. Now, so many people unfollowed me after my Cesar Diaz rant. I don't care. Basically, you know, regardless of what you think of individual builders, I think it's really cool to have a product based on your name that has this consistency across the board, especially when you have artists. So I've been working with a few artists on the side and been sending my pedals international, constantly revising. And some of those revisions are going to make its way into abstract audio, and maybe we'll even tote those artists with their own signature. But for now, I just like the idea of building high quality stuff with my name, and I'm proud of it. And I'm, you know, try and maintain that boutique competitive price point. And whatever developments that come out of that are successful will be translated to abstract audio and therefore mass produced. You may have seen that I've been posting like printed circuit boards lately, and that's the route I'm going to go when the idea is solidified. Thanks, Bill Brooks. Shameless shout out to you. Thank you for getting me started on PCBs. It is really as easy as I thought, but also a complex art that I'm self-teaching it along the way. So that's that.
Dude, so with abstract, so you get so back up. This is what I heard when we were talking. The Wyatt, the WA, super boutique, kind of free form, very in some ways potentially very customer oriented, not that abstract is not, but you know, a custom pedal, feedback from a number of clients, and then we take what are the hot spots and what has worked well, what seems to have been the best, and put that in more of a production phase with abstract. But I want to go back and here, correct me if I'm wrong. Abstract is still a little free form. You still get like Wyatt's personality, and some of it maybe we're gonna do this pedal because it's my wild invention, and then see how it goes too. So there's like the Wyatt personality coming in, and then here's customer user feedback, player feedback, and we're going to build it this way. Did I say all of that right?
Yeah, it sounds perfect, dude. And you know, to your point, I had come up with this new boost to replace and squash Enigma. Everybody loves Enigma. It's still sold out. I still don't have time to like get on top and build them. So I decided let's do a printed circuit board of Enigmas, and we'll do that. And then I thought, it's pretty expensive for me to keep building them and doing it out of my own pocket. You know, that's the way it goes, is unfortunately I have to put my own money in and stuff. But yeah, I was like, can I build a more sustainable non-germanium Enigma that everybody can have? And so started as this Project Magnus, where it was like, it's going to be this intense, super high gain. in high gain in theory, not like super metal, but you can use it for metal. Just a really cool clean boost that isn't run by like JFET transistors or op amps. It's going to be a unique sort of spin on things. And that project Magnus turned into this new silicon high gain boost, my flagship pedal for Abstract. And gosh, I made like 25 of them, did that hammered finish in gray with the dial and the old school radio knob looking things. And wow, fantastic. Just it sold right out basically. I have 2 left, but you know, that's incredible traction to just kind of toss something out there that's not even has my logo or whatnot, just my name. So really thrilled the like the way they sound, the way they look, the customer like interactions and their demos. You know, I still have people coming in with demos and suggestions of like how to kind of put it out there more. So that's the way I kind of pivoting from the WA to the Abstract and the evolution too. But we still are making Enigma stuff too. Just you get burnt out of building that stuff.
Well, I was going to say, and maybe it's kind of a good wrap point for segment 1. Out of the demand for the Enigma and the WA stuff, and the right, like you produce some pedals, good traction, great feedback. You're selling them, and where you didn't mind the manual labor, the things that were not scalable after X amount of months, and like you're losing hair and sleep, you're like, I got to rethink. Like this was fun, and not that it's not still fun, but there's not enough Wyatt to go around. So let me look at another way to recreate the business so that this is scalable and we can move forward and create more products without killing myself. Is that?
That's right, David. That's right.
So, all right. So Wyatt's still alive. He hasn't killed himself. We're just going to call this part 1 over. Boom. And we're going to go on to Wyatt Wednesday, which we may just do this like it's now Wyatt Thursday. I don't know. We're totally flowing with this. Hey, but I already know. You know what? I know what we're going to talk about. You ready?
Yeah.
I want to know about the names, where the names came from of all the pedals. That's
Sure.
Wyatt Wednesday number 2.